right, that was a great match. Another victory for Mr. Sastro.
Yeah, what'd I tell you guys? You learning something yet?
Well, this is a pretty tough group. So, -10, AAA, Raiden, and Darkside. First round of matches is done. Raiden and AAA are at the bottom of the group. Is that? Am I the only one who's surprised?
Wasn't Raiden formerly Band of Brother Corps?
Yes.
I'm really not surprised.
I may be a little bit surprised by that. That was a really good match, though. Both teams brought really solid setups. Raiden got unlucky, or perhaps Darkside knew a little bit more. They brought a direct counter to what Raiden was feeling.
The first thing that happened was that you said that Darkside won. Yeah, that was the first thing that happened. So what exactly were the setups that was brought?
Well, Raiden brought a rush team, so they were Sleipnir heavy. Their objective was to get as close and personal with the other team as possible, as quickly as possible. Whereas Darkside fielded an anti-rush team with still quite a good, decent enough damage output, but with both newts as well as the Lokis for webs. So they had a lot of stopping power. So they were able to keep the Raiden team at arm's length, and obviously if they got nowhere close to the Darkside team, they were able to do no damage.
All right.
What that guy said.
What he said. Also, I'd like to point out that, just like I said earlier, the curses, they suck. Cap.
I'm so sorry that you all had to hear that. Really.
Anyway, so but with the Sleipnirs, they have an amazing tank. As long as they have the cap to hold
They'll have to get close enough also.
Should we just do one or two questions, and then I think we'll get back to Nova for a few questions also about what he does every day at CCP. One from Shiaki Tepai, and this is a question from the forum. We've seen a lot of the Balgorns be the flagship. Why do you think the Balgorn is such a lovely ship in the Alliance tournament as a flagship?
Well, I think we probably covered it already, but the Balgorn is pretty dangerous for its properties, both being a webber as well as a neuter. It has bonus on both of those, so you can keep people at arm's length, which, as we saw on the Darkside team there, won them the match. Why you haven't probably seen them field it as much is that it's still pretty expensive for points, and the combination of curses and Lokis there probably did a better job for the points.
It's also expensive money-wise, and it's for some of these teams who are not huge alliances with lots of moon goo pouring into their coffers, they may not want to risk such an expensive ship.
And you can only use it. Well, I was just about to say you can only use it once, but if it dies, you can't use it again. So it's probably something you don't want to throw away straight away. Second question from Let Banen. How come the special tournament reward ships are hardly ever used in game, with the exception of the Frekkies last year?
Because they're so expensive. Things can go wildly wrong very quickly in EVE, and you see how risk-averse most EVE players are, even with cheap ships. And when you're flying around something that costs you 20 or 30 billion, it's very rare that you're going to want to put it in any kind of risky situation.
Yeah, none of that made any sense whatsoever. The only reason we didn't field Mimirs was that they are not a good tournament team. We tried as many setups as we could to build a team around them, but we just weren't able to. The Frekkies, on the other hand, were, and they were fielded, and they were lost, many of them.
Yeah. Circle of Two had them like 3 matches in a row. Anyway, we also have another tournament from one of our friends. Let's just get it up on screen and see what we have here. This is predict the winner. This is the 720 unaffiliated versus Hydra Reloaded. That's a wonderful match. You have a chance of winning some wireless gaming mouse from Logitech, who are a wonderful company. Keep the world at peace, support starving children, and keep people playing games. The competition is on the Twitter feed. So go on over there, win a keyboard, possibly some invisible item I may auction off at some point. So Nova, since the Alliance tournament is only once a year, what do you do the rest of the year?
Well, I'm a game master, a senior game master. Senior. Yeah. So that's what I'm just, I'm just supporting the customer and, helping people out and, protecting their accounts and stuff.
But you catch bad guys.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
So what is it? Hackers, botters?
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
So we're proactively trying to protect people from hackers. Of course I can't, tell you guys what we do, but that's going fairly well. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just hoping that we'll be able to initiate more aggressive security measures,
Right.
in the future.
Is there a lot of hacking and stuff going on? Do you get a lot of cases?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what a lot is,
All right.
It's fairly much, And and I have to point out that these hackers, they are mostly ISK sellers as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys are buying ISK, that's where the ISK is coming from.
Do you have to work with CCP SRIGs?
Sorry?
Do you have to work with CCP SRIGs very much?
Very much?
Yeah.
Just, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit? No.
Right. That's nice.
I'm sorry about that.
Come on, it's nice.
That's right. CCP Streaks, who is one of the judges and organizers of this tournament, of course, also works in keeping people safe, which is really, really good. No big hackings or anything. So far, so good. I hope. Anyway, let's grab a quick question. Ooh, hold on. Your alliance is next.
That's right.
It's time for Ashura Khan and Pandemic Legion. Maybe we can get some of the stats up on the screen, like the wonderful stat before showing Dark Side. Are we really surprised that an alliance that has only fielded 500 ISK worth of ships wins convincingly? Let's hope we have some more accurate statistics for Ashura Khan and Pandemic Legion. You're a little bit worried about you guys losing this.
Ashura Khan has traditionally brought pretty good setups, and they can be surprising. So I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'm betting on Ashura Khan to win this one.
Pandemic Legion have fielded 60 million ISK worth of ships. Did you have a pure arbitrator setup, or is this stat just entirely wrong?
I think there may be a random number generator somewhere just cranking out.
I think this number generator.
And games played 0? That can't be.
Well, they had an automatic entry from last year, which I guess having ISK fielded makes it a little bit silly as well if you've not actually fielded any ships.
That's the random number generator.
I think that might be. That's great for anything involving numbers. Anyway, as much as that random round of statistics might be a little bit too random, it's still going to be a great fight. It is still the group of death. It's still going to be exciting. Jones Astro.
Yes.
Who will win?
I think this is a pretty easy one to call. With Shadu here in the studio, I don't think Pandemic Legion is going to know how to properly utilize any armor hacks that they may be fielding. And with Ravi out there doing something, they have no intelligence either. So, lack of intelligence and armor hacks, I think Ashura Khan's going to take this one away.
Shadu?
Yeah, I think you can't bring in Titans to the field, so
That's
I'm going to have to go with Ashura Khan on this one as well.
All right, Nova.
Okay, well, I'm with Pandemic Legion on this. Yeah, I think they're going to win.
Sell out.
I'll never bet against Pandemic Legion. That's just one thing I've learned from all these Alliance tournaments. But anyway, let's see.